In the video you're about to watch, I didn't make something clear, and I want to do a quick intro. So we have these pipe connectors. We have the really close pipe connector where you end up with a void underneath your pipes because they're so close together they touch. And more void flows more water, and we like that. But when you're going to drive light vehicle traffic over your yard drain system, you have to have a wide clip. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to explain in this video, but we have this new clip that spaces out the pipes. Enjoy the video. Whenever we have an area that's flooding, and then you have a driveway that's acting as a dam, this is a cement driveway. The guys cut out a section of concrete, enough to where we can get 2 perforated pipes in the bottom, and then we have catch basins for the bulk water. We're going to have a solid pipe on top of those 2 perforated pipes. The homeowner is going to be able to have their cement contractor come in. He's got all these broken slabs. He's going to get new concrete. They'll just pour right over our system. It's not going to be a problem. We're going to burrito wrap it. We're going to have it fully encapsulated. We'll put some stone and fill it up with stone to the same height as the concrete. We're on a yard that floods. What happens is the water's trapped. We get ponding, pooling lake right here. The only way we get the water out is to cut the cement concrete. So the guys did just that. They cut the concrete, removed a section of concrete, 2 perforated pipes. Now they're doing some catch basins in the potholes. Remember, when you have a ponding area, you want a catch basin right in the center of that low spot. There's a couple spots over there. We call them potholes. The lowest spots is where the catch basin goes. So there'll be a solid pipe on top of the perforated pipe. We're also going to have a catch basin down there, more perforated pipe. This is a yard drain in a French drain. We had to cut a bunch of tree roots. Look at the tree roots. Look how bad the tree roots are. The guy's been working really hard to get through that section of trench. It was real time consuming, but they worked through it. We're going to put copper fabric, copper sulfate, copper sock. We're going to throw everything at it. We got to run this all the way to the back, and we got to go out the seawall. So when you're laying out your French drain pipe, stick a shovel handle in the end if you're working by yourself. If you cap it, you won't be able to do that. So you don't want to cap it right away necessarily. This is just a short run to a catch basin. This run was 100 foot, went right through the drive to the other side of the drive. The guys will cap that when they get ready to button this up, but at the time, that made it easy for one guy just to unroll the pipe. Whenever you're going to have cars driving over your French drain system, you want to use these clips that space the pipes out. Why? Because you want to be able to get some small stone between the pipes. We're going to use smaller stone. It's going to roll under the pipe. It's going to support the pipe. The stone, when you use a small round rock, it'll just roll and give it support. When cars drive over this, if you have the narrow clips and these are tight, there's a big hollow section under here and it causes it to be weak. We're going to have cars driving over this for a while until the cement guys get here. So we're going to put a bunch of these wide clips on so we get stone under the pipe and between the pipe. When I say under the pipe, we're going to still have the pipe on the fabric. It's just going to roll and support it. It's going to give it some support for when vehicles drive over it. So you can see with the wide clips, you get 3/4 of an inch of spacing. So you can get 1/2 inch stone in there, 3/4 inch stone. You're not going to get 1 inch stone in there because we just don't want to have to set it up to where the trenches have to be any wider. I want to point something out, make sure everybody understands this. So the guys connected this pipe to this catch basin, but there is an end plug in the end of that 3.5. And then we slip the coupler over it and we tape it. Basically, we don't want any of the garbage that's going to get caught in this catch basin because you got leaves, all kinds of different contamination that's going to find its way in there. We wanted a 2-gallon 4-way connect in here. This is capped off. but we just connected the pipe just to keep everything neat and clean. Water's going to move through the French drain, run through the veins of stone. Anything that has void, water's going to travel through the void. The water's going to fill up in this catch basin, get up on the solid pipe. Now I'm not worried about debris, because the solid pipe, you don't have the issues of that debris getting caught in those perforations. The guys put an end plug, and then they take one of these couplers, see, that's what that looks like, and then they tape it. So the water really can't flow through the perforated pipe, but it's nice when you keep all your lines flat and low so you can dump stone on. You want your pipe at the bottom of the trench. So inside the catch basin, you can see that end plug. The guys have some tape that they wrapped around that end plug, and it's tight inside the coupler. All right, I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. So we're using our wide clips on the bottom so we can get a little bit of stone between those pipes. We're using our narrow clips to grab the solid that the catch basins are on and clip it to one of the pipes at the bottom. Everything is in a nice straight line. Guys are over here, they got some T's and Y's. You can always T a French drain. This is low volume, so we got the start of a French drain here. You got a start of the French drain here with a yard drain. You can put a T here. Don't worry about that. This is not a downspout line. It's not the main discharge line. It's not downstream where we're flowing so much water that we're really concerned about the loss of some gallons per minute. So put a T in. Don't worry, don't sweat it. So we got a Y here joining these two. We're T'd here. We got another Y. The guys are connecting everything. It's really nice. This one pipe on the bottom, it just wraps right around. The guys are going to add another solid pipe on top here. Going to have another catch basin over there for the standing water. We're going to get stone between these pipes. We're right next to a driveway. If somebody parks on the side, because parking is not really available on the street. This is a no parking. We're actually parked in a no parking zone, but this is how this work gets done. Nothing you can do. So if they have a party, which is a reality, they're going to have guests over, family, people are going to park off to the side to make room so they can park too wide. We got to make sure that they can drive on this. So we need stone in between the pipe. You have to have small stone that falls between the pipe, that kind of knifes under it. That's going to support it so it doesn't collapse. It won't get damaged when you drive vehicles over it. These are our wide clips. And at the time that I'm shooting this video, these wide clips just became available. We made the narrow clips first. They are two separate tools, and that's just how that works. We wanted to refine the clip, spent a lot of time getting it to this point. We absolutely love the spacing. It's spot on. You can get a 3/4 inch, a 1/2 inch stone in there, no problem. 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4. Brown rock is what I recommend so that the pipe don't get damaged. Jagged pipe. If you're building a system for people to drive on, crushed rock, unless it's really fine crushed rock, you can end up damaging your pipe with jagged crushed rock if your French drain is going to be driven over. So keep that in mind, guys. You guys are doing a great job. We're going to fill this with stone. It's going to be nice and packed and tight. You're going to be able to drive right over it, no damage. So this is how you start a French drain. You start a French drain by putting a Cleanout on the dominant pipe so that you can run a camera through here. So basically this is our pop-up turf plate with a solid plug. And we sell this Cleanout. Sometimes people accidentally buy it as the pop-up, even though it says really, really big that it's a Cleanout and it's not a pop-up. All right, there we go. So, you could open this top with a screwdriver. You just stick a screwdriver in here, you pop this. I just wanted you to see it, so I took the top off. So this is our not quite a 90 with our pop-up turf plate with a solid cover. We got our adapter to a 3.5 inch. This one you just plug. You got your dominant. This one's not dominant. We don't need to run a Cleanout on that one. When we do two cleanouts next to each other, we just put the solid cover in one of those cleanouts so we don't have two turf plates. No need for it. You can, but some people don't want to look at two turf plates. The turf plate allows us to find the cleanouts. Once you found the main cleanout that has a turf plate, the secondary line can be found pretty easily. These cleanouts just click right on. That easy. Nothing to it. Fast, quick, easy.
Yep, nice.
If you got a box knife, that's all you really need, or a hacksaw. If you're DIY, use a hacksaw. These guys use knives every single day. Their skin is like leather.
If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. It supports the channel. If you have any questions about yard drainage, leave them in the comments section. I'm your host, Robert Sherwood, and until the next video.